How's it going, everyone? In this video, I want to take you guys through some new PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 physical game deals. Got some new games on sale over on Best Buy, and then GameFly always be killing it with their pre-played games and always come in good condition. We've been doing a lot of videos on digital deals recently. We uploaded games under $5, under $10. Go check those out if you are more of a digital consumer. But nonetheless, I know some of you guys still enjoy having your physical copies of games, so I got you covered in this video. Alright, let's get right into it. Let's start things off with Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is 50% off for $19.99. This is a fantastic deal on Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Of course, includes Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Doesn't need, you know, any clarification, but Mass Effect 1 definitely does show its age. They did what they could to try to get it up to a 2021 audience, you know, when this game came out. But, it's a 2007 game at the end of the day. Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, in my opinion, are still tremendous games. Mass Effect 2 is literally one of my favorite games of all time, and I just think it's one of the best RPGs literally ever created. I just think that game is so good in so many areas and really takes up the gameplay from Mass Effect 1. The Trilogy, however, for $19.99 is just a fantastic deal, so strong recommendation there. Go check it out. Alright, next up, we got Doom 2016. It's on clearance for $5.49. Essentially, you're paying 50 cents more to get a physical copy of the game. This readily goes for $5 on the PlayStation Store. Doom 2016 is great. It's generally the Doom game that I recommend to people to get into. I like Doom Eternal more, but Doom Eternal still goes for a hefty price point. So why not just check out Doom 2016? It's a great game in its own right. It's a visceral first-person shooter, a lot of blood and guts, and a lot of people do like Doom 2016 over Doom Eternal. So my opinion aside, I mean, you're paying a fraction of the price that you would for Eternal to get Doom 2016, and yeah, it's still a great first-person shooter in its own right, so go check that out. Next up, Sifu Vengeance Edition is the physical copy of the game. It's $10 off for $39.99. Relatively recent release here. I mean, it came out back in early May, I want to say, for the physical copy, and it hasn't been going on sale much. This is a really, really well-received game. Challenging game, of course, but yeah, if you've been eyeing Sifu for a while, not a steep discount here, but the game was super well-received, and if you think it's a game up your alley, maybe go check it out. The physical edition does have some bonuses as well. Has an art book, digital soundtrack, lithographs, and a steel book as well. So stuff that I feel like if you are the kind of person that's always buying physical games, you're gonna like stuff like that. So go ahead and check that out if you're interested. The Pathless is on clearance as well. This is 30% off for $28. One of the very early PlayStation 5 titles done by Giant Squid and published by Annapurna Interactive, who Annapurna are just like really popping off right now and doing really, really well. And Giant Squid are the developers of Abzu as well. Pathless kind of has that more serenic vibe going on for it as well. I thought it was a pretty good game and super, super stylish presentation in this game as well. $28 is still kind of pricey, but, you know, I thought it was a relatively decent discount, so check that out. And lastly, we got Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. It's $10.50 off. It's $9.49, so over 50% off on this one. Not really my cup of tea, but I thought some people would be interested in that as well. I know a lot of people dig them some Power Rangers, so go check that out if you're interested in that. $9.49, pretty steep discount on that. Alright, moving on from that, we got some GameFly deals to go over as well. First of all, Ghostwire Tokyo down to $25. So this isn't that steep of a discount on top of what the game is going for on sale new. New, you can find it for around $30. But if you want to save a little bit more, $25 for Ghostwire Tokyo is like right around the perfect price. Like, I feel like if you've already waited like 5 months since this game has come out, maybe wait a little bit longer and wait for this game to hit, you know, $20, sub $20, because I do believe it's going to be $20 come Black Friday time. Maybe it'll hit $14.99. I find that kind of hard to believe, but like $20, I feel like that is almost a lock. The game itself has a lot of good going on for it. The atmosphere is excellent. The gameplay has a lot of different elemental abilities, and it's kind of interesting utilizing all of them. The traversal gets really good once you unlock the grappling hook ability. It's like, yeah, you can like leash onto these tengus that you can summon. Game is pretty good, has a good bit of content, really falls off from a narrative standpoint. It starts off super strong and very interesting, and then the pacing kind of just leaves a lot to be desired. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good game. Not a game I'd spend $60 on, but you don't have to anymore. $25 is a good price. If you want to wait for it to get a little bit cheaper, be my guest. Okay, also, Sifu Vengeance Edition, if you are okay with a pre-played copy, $25 on GameFly, so you can check it out that way. You know, $15 off from the new copy. That's a sizable discount, so I thought that was worth a mention. Next up, Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy Definitive Edition, $19.99. Maybe the price point it should have came out at. I mean, it should have been like $30, $40 at most, but Nonetheless, now you can get it for $19.99, and I think that's a pretty good price. Obviously, the definitive edition itself, the games, it's not a super uplift from the original versions of the game, but they are iconic GTA titles. If you've been wanting to pick it up and, you know, you were scared away from the reviews, yeah, the reviews were of the idea that the game was $60. Now at $19.99, I think it's a pretty decent buy, so feel free to check it out. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction is $9.99. I just find it funny that this game came out in January and is already $9.99. But yeah, that's a cooperative-based game, so you'll want a couple friends to play the game with. Battlefield 2042, I just want to mention this just because it's been going on sale on the PlayStation Store, and some people, I don't know if people are getting suckered into paying $30, $35 for it, but GameFly's got it for $9.99, so go pick it up for $9.99 if you really want to play the game. You got some friends hounding you to, you know, jump into Battlefield 2042 with them, I don't know. But yeah, the game's got a 2.7 rating on GameFly, which is like kind of wild, but nonetheless, there you go with that. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is $29.99. Love this game, and I'm not a big Lego guy, not a big Star Wars guy, as you guys know, but this game had so much content, and the Lego games are just engaging for just about anyone. Anyone can really jump into them and have a good time with them, so $30 for the amount of content you're getting here, and the fact that this did just come out like 4.5 months ago, really solid price. It's 50% off the initial price, and yeah, it's a pre-played copy, but that's a really, really good deal. Dying Light 2, $19.99. Perfect price for Dying Light 2 as well. Come Black Friday, I imagine this is going to be around the $19.99 range as well, new, but if you've been eyeing Dying Light 2 for a while, I think this is a great price. Game itself, obviously, not as good as Dying Light 1. Maybe it'll get updates and upgrades, and it'll eventually get to that level, but I really enjoyed Dying Light 2, man. I thought the game had a lot to like, especially from the parkour gameplay. The content was sizable. Narratively, kind of does fall off in the second half, and ending left a lot to be desired as well, but who knows, maybe they'll add some narrative content and expand on that a little bit. $19.99, however, I think is a great price for this. Want to mention Tiny Tina's Wonderland Next Level Edition, $35. Super pricey for this. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of this game. The comedy in this game just didn't hit home with me like it did with like Borderlands 2, but I mean, if you like the Borderlands gameplay, it's a lot more of the same there, and you're probably gonna end up really enjoying it. $35 is kind of pricey, but bear in mind, this is one of those games that's $70 on PS5, so that's kind of the world we're gonna live in going forward when it comes to price points. But lastly, I do want to note Elex II is $19.99. Throwback RPG, kind of clunky, but given that this came out back in March, I think to get it for a third of its, you know, release price, I think that's pretty good. So yeah, if you want a throwback RPG, sci-fi RPG, maybe one you'll want to check out. But that's gonna do it for me. As always, links to all the deals will be in the description box below, but that is gonna do it for me. A lot of good stuff here. Mass Effect, Doom, Sifu, Power Rangers, even Ghostwire Tokyo. Dying Light 2 is a sleeper deal at $20, so again, that's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.